Just the usual, you know, malicious damage, offensive language, a couple of Dickhead of the Week awards.
And heard its feeling. A bass like a beast, pigs and kick the drums like the ceiling. Down bass, drums are petrol. So when it strikes, speakers blow flame balls. The bass of warm up your insides. Snares crack like whips and punch harder than fists. The fly from crazy kids fighting on whiz. Army slips on vinyl disc cause he has fat buttercuts. Your cunts will dribble like sluts trying to suck up cum. Leave you flipped out like blitz schizos. Cause up the shit is old and slow like geriatrics playing bingo. This is newborn for my Aussie hip-hop lovers. Others will find themselves like rubbing up for the first time under the covers. I love-hate relationship cause I love hating whackness. Fake shit only sells cause it's convenient like Maccas. All skills and heart, no bills and sharks. I'm a nice broke ass, hunt to tell you apart.
Of course my heart is in it, pulsing at 82 beats per minute. Hunter and disaster with the skills infinite. Indefinitely, defiantly, holding the mic, not trying to be the best, but consider it a done deal nonetheless. The mess gets swept up with the rest who stepped up with flows like blood from a prostitute's next cut. Respect what? I went past the goal. I'm not trying to save the world cause that's not my job, you asshole. Way too fucking soft. The beats are very floss, so I tell them to fuck off. Their sugary lyrics, emotions run high. After one diss, they sit in the corner to cry. Now I am all for expressing how you feel, but half these Aussie rappers are as queer as a wheel with their vegetarian. Space cadet rhymes quick, growing you're a falfa and grow some fucking spine. Line after line, not making any sense. You won't see me or Dazza sitting on the fence. We're always at the front line, ready to battle, burning MCs like the wick of a candle. From Cairns to Fremantle, you're like sheep or cattle in a herd. You're not even a third of the rhymer, I am your turd. While you're rapping on stage, you can't be heard above the noise I'm making while I fuck you bird.
Damn flows, I only take it gentle. This can't believe you fuck like a unicycle with no seat or pedals. You try and roll along with the scene, acting hard, you end up like white dog shit. Done in the past, you learn quickly like horny chicks doing the first flick. It's how you perform live and you's got fuck that other time. Release the flow when the pressure's on. We come a load of run and soak up the beat like super tampons.
Fucking turn it up, cunt. Yeah, that's it. Fucking right. Cunt. Fuck off, cunt. I'm a cunt from way back. Yes, I'm the original, not political. This is more analytical of myself. I approach your girlfriend with stealth, like the magazine coming off so clean because I'm keen. Know what I mean, and it's obscene if you're not around. Well then I'm going straight down. I'll take it to town based on my pleasure island. While I'm making love, your girlfriend's seeing sirens, firing and all cylinders and seeing flashes. When you're out of town, it's at my place that she crashes, sitting on my face. She said you'd be furious. She also told me that she was quite curious, so I said next time, why don't you bring a mate? And right before she came, she said it's a date.
I got your back, but you best to watch your front.
Cause Hunter's in front and I'm a cunt.
I got your back, but you best to watch your front.
Cause Hunter's in front and I'm a cunt, such a cunt. Like Tony Liberatore, I'm the kind of cunt I'd even make a whore pay your way and mine. Don't cross the line, cause I'm even worse when I'm drunk on the cheap wine. Sometimes I snap, go out for vandalism cunts, you know I'd be the king.
I got your back, but you best to watch your front.
Cause Hunter's in front and I'm a cunt.
I got your back, but you best to watch your front.
Cause Hunter's in front and I'm a cunt. One thing I do, and this is true, sometimes I can't do all of my crew. You know the usual, stealing the beers, and I'm known as a cunt. Amongst my peers they say hey cunt. When I answer the phone they say where's Scotty? I say the cunt's not home. I say where are you cunts? And what are you cunts doing? And when I'm pissed off they say Hunter the cunt is spewing. Know what I'm doing? Your sister I be screwing in the lewin'. And I guess that you knew I'm not looking for a blue, but I know it's true that you are a fucking cunt too.
Of a daydreaming desire, an aggressive albino youngin' that loved to light fires, fuck school, skip class, but stayed for sport. The only goals I had as a kid were on the basketball court. Stubborn, refused to be taught, wanted to learn my own way. Scaling the walls, discovering the quicker way out the maze. Artistic mind frame, like Da Vinci pitching the past, getting pissed, going out bombing, then looking through open cars. Plenty of times I ran with adrenaline from the law, leave bar fences to loot, capture the clothes that I tore. No wild pigs in my forest, my life was never a bore. Army's houses are caught, mean up drinking piss on the porch.
In my adolescence, I was always in the presence of drugs and crimes. Got chased by cops hundreds of times. I'd always run, and I mostly got away. So I was free to break into another day. Explaining my proceeds of burglary, getting the 3rd degree from mum, who she wanted to work with me. I certainly had no part-time job, and she'd be like, where'd you get the Walkman, Rob? I flogged from shops and from cars, smashing grabs from bars, straight piss in the park, watch the cat under stars. Never gave a second thought to the future, cause that you need a present past that suits ya.
Missions we create, provoking a suburban chase. Police fed up catching the petty menace with nothing at stake. Never got into harsher holes, we had too much to do, and the influence was there, we just didn't pursue the pathway that would lead our life astray. Said if we get caught, the price was small to pay. One of my fellas now took that dark road. Rumors he's in jail from getting dirt on his toes, treading in shit that was hot. Man, you play with fire, it can spread on others. Guilt and shame burn brighter. Time with my boys was always important, but shit fucked you up cause you didn't take caution.
The skies are our limit, there's no time for those that are timid.
With the quest through life, had to be strong until the finish.
Young cunts coming up hard against the grain, looking back as a laugh that brings on the next day.
I resist being villainous back in the days.
An angry young man, stalking the streets. I'm looking for trouble, causing lots of grief. I couldn't give a fuck about who I hurt next. My life was a chase of drugs, crime and sex.
Cheek was the trait that I was known for, leaving shit in paper burning at the step of your door. Thrills from getting chased and never getting caught. In my youth days, that's what stopped me from getting caught.
Stuck in life's ditch, without a shovel and heavy regrets. Couldn't lose the weight that holds me down, low obese and sore and sweat. Dad said get a job and pay rent, or be in your way like Jack. I'd rather graph, make beats, write rhymes, so fuck that. The skies are our limit, there's no time for those that are timid.
With the quest through life, had to be strong until the finish.
Young cunts coming up hard against the grain, looking back as a laugh that brings on the next day.
The skies are our limit, there's no time for those that are timid.
With the quest through life, had to be strong until the finish.
Young cunts coming up hard against the grain, looking back as a laugh that brings on the next day.
Something newer, control freaks dying, the sewer of power and greed. You better take it, cause we
spray can, censor radio shows to filter a control strand. I fuck they don't get though, sitting in their office. Do you see them out here researching problems they promised to fix? With my own eyes I view the rain. Kids with chrome stains on their face trying to escape family pain. We're a stat, not a name, and the dollar's their insurance for you to get the blame.
The kids of the future, giving you something newer. Control freaks die in the sewer of power and greed. You better take it, cause we build your future that you need.
Society's outlaw. I plot frequent attacks on governments that are bigger fakes than Pamela's rack. You crack like a bone when they put you under pressure. Cops turn a blind eye for a map to the treasure. A blood-ridden letter that's drenched in your sweat. Break your backs for high rate tax and still in debt. Somehow still elect, you're a number in the status. Too scared to speak this week like elderly bladders. You're just a puppet in little Johnny's fucked up show. He's the face of our country, fuck, I'd rather Ernie Dingo. They swing low below belts, hit you where it hurts. I can fight dirty, put Howard's wife naked on shirts. Then lurk through streets with berserk stealth techniques and graph more shit than geeks on math flowchart sheets. With fat beats, we'll put our point across, so listen done to your fighting battles for kids, tearing apart the mission.
For you kids of the future, look what they left ya. What a mess, the system's gonna get ya and test ya. And if you don't pass, well then you're gonna come last. So you better move fast, you've got to ask yourself a simple question. Answer affirmative action and be careful when dealing with any factions, because there is hidden agendas and real pretenders. A bank is just another people's money spender. Be a doer and do a real deed. Look, listen and read and learn. Take your turn, and if it comes down to a battle and burn and seek restoration, make the world a one nation dedicated to exploration. A kid in the future will make me immortal. Like my dad said, looking at me was like looking down a time portal.
The kids of the future, giving you something newer. Control freaks die in the sewer of power and greed. You better take it, cause we build your future that you need.
Locking down doors, they don't treat, they treat. Now poor mama knows what it'll be like for her kids. Leaving rates creep, pay packs are consumed, claiming someone's gotta finance the baby boom, saving valuable cash in your super, hoping you retire before you die, so the government of the future can't take it in their hands like unfinished rules. Families stranded with nothing but grievous bills. Nervous breakdowns caused by the demands of TEE. Finding once you complete, you can't afford the uni fees. These kids gotta learn to deny the circle of greed. Not even Houdini can get himself out of that weave. Measly excuses grab the controlling hands, tightening the nooses of which you they plan to hang. But I refuse to take the candy bait. I get hooked on nothing more than a little turkey straight. I pay for bullshit bell towers. What goods I serve them? We'll spend millions on tourism to keep McPherson. I stay alerted cause there's no reimbursements. And under Section 8 you obey or you get hurted. Is it worth it? Kids reply, what's that word mean? My mind surges, have values become this lean? Dracula's on Sesame Street with a big countdown till kids fight back against societal hounds.
The kids of the future, giving you something newer. Control freaks die in the sewer of power and greed. You better take it, cause we build your future that you need.
I'm like Jack, I make giants fall from the skies. Trying to plant your beans full of lies. Be careful, cause it's a jungle out there. Tarzans get attacked by animals with words sharper than the claws of a bear. A lion who morphs destroy goals to appear artistic. A beast who captures heart and soul. Various enemies attack my entity, but in the end you see a greater disaster is to be. The evil king with the faces of power. The travelling digital, awaiting my encounter. Living through banks in larger quantities. His roots spread through schemes, breeding off dying societies. The government, his best ally, who he conspires with. The larger plan, meant to control all that lives. See, the news never show you something new, just what you expect to hear, the obvious twist of truth.
The world's collapsing and we all got to take action. How we gon' eat if we don't cheat?
My oh my, I love the dollar bill.
We rape the earth, that's what it's worth to be a money maker.
I'm waiting patiently in my lair of destruction, sharpening hi-hats, bass drums that leave you in concussion. Until the forces clash, I'm building my side strong, while the rest of society chained up try to stride along. Some of those ask about those who won a civil war. I'm fighting for a greater cause, but I kill if I'm attacked by any threat. It's natural to expect aggressive defense, but inside grudges are never priority. Plagued with jealousy, hate consumes them, they're left in skill poverty. There's a bigger world than hip-hop, where cunts battle with weapons that leaves your heart to completely stop. Forces which can wipe out the whole existence. I'm using this to provide some resistance against what the faces of power exploit, before the human race is destroyed.
With power comes money. With money comes greed.
I'm like a doctor, only prolonging life, delivering the newborn. My patience is till death, the world has cancer in the form. Agreed, they need to have luxuries, as money himself bribes people with their own dreams. Or work for him, believing that we get what we are promised. And money always lies, he's never honest. Cause the truest friend can be paid off, and your worst enemy would've made the trade-off. Poisonously backstabbed by scorpions of deceit. Everyone's afraid to step cause they attack your feet. But I'm here with beasts that trot like elephants, wearing steel boots, and I'm rounding up more troops. Words penetrate bodies, leaving you like nuns. Gas bombers leave you breathless like asthmatics on the run. Costing the government, they'll realize this soon, that money is the cunt that tells all what to do.
To life for my rhymes against humanity. My family was the first to witness the utter depths of my insanity. Dramatically and randomly, things that occurred left a child named Hunter kinda mentally disturbed. Betrayed by the way I was portrayed, stalked the streets of Yokind, made the Australian A grade. The shade, bring it closer to the west, then fade. The rest was slayed when the test was outlaid. Being the subjects of 2 raids, one found nothing, the other found joy in all human suffering. It's tough when people throw on the Molotov. It's tough when cunts denying the Holocaust. It's tough when now and then life's tough, but we gotta go through it again. Life's tough.
I like people, I just like the human right. What just like the human right. Like the human right. What just like the human right.
Afghans, I feel sorry for the cunts. They're bombing their houses for political stunts. You think they're gonna go after the real IRA? Well, there's no oil in Ulster, so they'll probably stay away. One day, the world might find peace when the human race is consumed by its own beast of its own making, released by the violent way we think. My rhymes against humanity are driving me to drink. Still I link up and blink, fuck it's gone. Like the battery power when the headlights are left on and stepped on the small man. The rich tell the poor man to get stuffed when times are tough. It's tough when parents can't feed their kids. It's tough when your babies are dying of SIDS. It's tough when now and then life's tough, but we gotta go through it again.
Negative thoughts, so I move positive on. Negative thoughts, negative thoughts, so I move positive on.
arrangement, amazing. I'm just a man trying to reach out for what it takes to smooth out the past and future mistakes. My breaks come and go like an alcoholic shakes, but my DT step that I'm trying to escape. The fate of the world is not what they plan to be, so I keep rhyming. My rhymes against humanity. It's tough when war wrecks your land. It's tough when the world is wrecked by man. It's tough when now and then life's tough, but we gotta go through it again. Life's tough.
They consider us in bringing God's business of goodwill and good news to the people no less than second to themselves in this whole wide God-fearing world, yes.
To be easy or fair, just enjoy yourself to please the release me in the form of self-expression. Life's a lesson with a million ups and downs to keep you guessing.
I'm accountable for all the sense that I've made, investing in experience, now respect is being paid. The trade always was a love for the game. Playground rules so plays aside when the rules break. My understanding well proves my superannuation, cause later on I live comfortably with my reputation. Working hard, I slave each day, believing that my journey ends in my chosen place.
Oi, Dazza, is life all good?
It's Pinocchio's good times made of wood.
Cause we came to have fun and amok we'll run, and we won't leave until the deal is done.
Oi, Hans, is life all good?
Does a koala bear shit in the bush? Cause we came to have fun and amok we'll run, and we won't leave until the deal is done.
My motto is nothing to astound to. I make hip-hop revolve around me like the world revolves around you. I exploit myself to rituals of breaking and practice the art of MCing, so it's ceremonies I'm rating. Being responsible for actions with no consequence. I finish off opponents, $5, I leave them with no sense. I have to pay out like centerling, but I wanna plunge on good vibes and better things.
Fiery depths, reaching for the earth's surface. You deserve this, the money's not the purpose. It's worthless, it's superfluous, it only makes you more nervous. Providing the service for rap, organs and surface. Yes, I heard this test, good times best. And life sometimes I mess, right now I couldn't care less. I'm on a quest for the beat is best, to celebrate my life, for life itself is blessed.
Oi, Hunter, is life all good?
Is the Trojan horse's dick made of wood? Because we came to have fun and amok we'll run, and we won't leave until the deal is done. Oi, Dazza, is life all good?
Does a koala bear shit in the bush? Because we came to have fun and amok we'll run, and we won't leave until the deal is done.
Taking memories awaken, the good times we be making, oh while the earth's shaking.
You gotta keep your head up to see forward. Don't look back on mistakes, the present time is most important.
Take on, get your proper head on. I'll never let on, just going wrong, and song is me to new levels. When I'm chased by devils, I put the microphone to the beat, everything's settled.
Hip-hop fucks with my sleeping patterns. Now my will to create keeps me going for 2 days straight. Random ideas spawn in my head so quickly. Drugs is underground compared to this high that is in me.
Hey cunts, is life all good? Come on and have a good time like you should. Because we came to have fun and amok we'll run, and we won't leave until the deal is done. Hey cunts, is life all good? Come on and have a good time like you should. Because we came to have fun and amok we'll run, and we won't leave until the deal is done.
Well, if it isn't the arsehole of the universe, you can smell it from here.
Yeah, the local league. Yeah, the Mighty Royals. 2000, 2001, back-to-back premierships. Waffle. Fuck them Falcons. I always stay loyal to the East Perth Royals. Yo, kind's my soil, where I'm working on toil, when I'm looking for a foil. Bring my blood to the boil, always rock Yeah, big shout out to Cameron McDonald, Ferris and Bex, 2001 East Perth Colts. When we go out at night, cunts never start. You wanna know why? Cause I got a big heart. I rip mics apart, not lyrically, metaphysically. Next thing you know, you girls doing the biz with me. I'm trying to tell you a story, but I gotta shout to my team, the one and only Perth Glory. On the map of Australia, we give it out west, but East Perth rules are the ones I like best. I confess to millions of crimes back in my prime. Now I'm getting older, I just rhyme. I'm straight out of yoke, I run amok, and I stand tall like Ryan Turnbull in the ruck. East Perth, East Perth, East Perth, Royal son. 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 I tucked your mum in, stepped in my mouth, ate my words, put my foot in it and went south. Allow poetical license, my friends, political tyrants, aspiring, non-violent, cause I came to bust in hip-hop we trust, and leave all your drinking mates to wallow in the dust. The dust, the dust, the dust, the dust. East Perth, East Perth, East Perth, Royal son. East Perth, East Perth, East Perth, Royal son. East Perth, East Perth, East Perth, Royal son. East Perth, East Perth, East Perth, Royal son.
My mind's sharper than the teeth of marine beast. My mean streak lurks in deep waters, flesh frenzy, feast fresh. To step on a reef means death. I'm tear limbs till there's nothing left but the torso. My dorsal fin shows, eyes glow when I attack. My jaws close and snap with the force of a steel trap. I latch to muscle with cartilage, flesh and bone. My speech streaks the waters like hair bleached with copper tone. Bloodthirst and lurking, deep water traversing. Spurting more lyrics with ink than a frightened squid squirting. Behold crew like can curtains with death you're flirting. Stay in the shadows before you catch a herd.
Dangerous waters, cunts flash where my dorsal fin streams and swans for info like media reporters. Well, like proportion when it comes to sound. New or old, I can digest any schools I fish around. My ways are set like crocodile jaws, spitting terror that leaves you drowning and twist to the floor. Unknown shallow, the shores look safe while I'm hiding like stonefish waiting for feet to be placed. I let my touch flow like dropping tentacles as I gracefully float in stealth, stinging clever fools. I rock large and mysterious like the Great Barrier Reef. You're scared to go too far like looking atoms to the teeth. I call blue universe lyrical murder curse. I wanna hurt blatantly like great whites in the serve. A killer instinct like the color of shade. Disaster morphs in many forms to destroy its prey.
From the watery depths, when boredom is set, hawk intellect is nothing but sore neglect. Flowing out my pores is unused saliva, flown into whores through their bruised vaginas. The loony rider's body is mostly wet, no sweat, just words when I cut myself and openly bled. I'm flown in bed, a dirty bum sucker. If I don't toss words for ages, I can for certain come buckets. I done buckets, so in love with flows, I raped the coaster, drunk to bread in a bubble bath and ate the toaster. I'm afraid of odor, good thing mortar isn't here. Our flows are as annoying as water in your ears. Here, pour these men some beers. No whacking furries, I'm getting sucked and floshed enough to huck on some sonny's rear. Put your faith in me, it's not just backing up a hunch. Don't make me reverse my words and start hacking up a bunch.
Animal instinct, animal instinct, animal instinct, animal instinct, animal instinct, animal instinct, animal instinct. We act on animal instinct, animal instinct, animal instinct, animal instinct, animal instinct.
Yo, rising from the abyss in the form of an octopus, I twist tentacles around battleships and rarely miss. Depth charges sink by backfire when guises de-strategizes the plan and causes flash fires. I rise to the occasion to serve strangulation. Divers are taken to the shores of Atlantean space station. While I'm waiting too deep for you to fathom, I send forth 12 krakens that shatter aircraft carriers, crossing barriers from Atlantic to the Pacific, growing limits survival of species that choose to visit. Oceanographers who gather stamina to hammer ya, ripping amateurs talent up and increasing the pain barrier. barriers. I'm your harpoon or get chewed in the submerged room where divers' lives are at stake cause it's dark soon. We embark at noon, aquamarine spitting steam, making it hard to breathe like water torture dreams.
The strength of my stealth is manifested wealth when displayed. I lay sheltered like razor, weighty intensive kelp, ready to slay intensive help trails my prey. After my bait escapades, my words are waves in lengths of waves, it hurts to face. Like sharp jetty barnacle sharks, rippers, rips, thrust victims under the surface. You suffocate quick, clouding the views of rivals, a sustained purpose. I brew conflict, I've got a fierce and shrewd grasp on the rhythm, like carnivorous eels force feeding alive large organisms. Let nothing go to waste, no debris, no scraps for the rest of the food chain to consume. All they can taste is my pure expertise. I lurk in the deep, like the principles of my concepts. And if anyone wants to challenge me, my venomous teeth are always keen, my fangs are always ready to flex.
Tough about scoring sluts when you ought to shut their mouth. You're speaking nothing that's actually reality. I'm hearing stuff that you're doing just pursuing recognition, living a lie to look cool in my eyes. Who you kidding? I'm exposing them. Who you exposing? All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken moping around the house cause the truth's slowly approaching. They're hoping I'm not gonna recognise their lies scoping for the ulterior motive. People talking this bro shit. Suppose you stop jocking me, you're getting no dick. My flow spit swift, expose and watch you dribbling. Catch me scribbling your name on the wall and start pissing. Then you see how I'm feeling, dealing with Hunter and Disaster. Matey B and Measy on the streets, here comes the laughter. Stop pretending, representing some real kids who feel this. Boys be exposing these toys, making them feel shit.
I expose them, leave them frozen like hard drives as a closing. Make them wish they never put their nose in. They try us, but we know their lies bias. So I don't give them a second to defy us, they're hard tries. We're promoters, we're flyers, they're small timers. We're all-time rhymers, they're slanging losers. We're banging producers, coast to coast we produce this hip-hop heads are liking. I've said it before mate, I'm an icon in this country cause people like the way I get my mic on. So many subjects Matty B can shed some light on. Looks like you clashed with the hardest of titans, bashed by the master of rapping and writing.
I'm exposing them. Who you exposing? All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken. I'm exposing them. Who you exposing? All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken. I'm exposing them. Who you exposing? All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken. I'm exposing them. Who you exposing? All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken.
Another hip hop interstate collaboration, boys be in rotation at the syllabolic station. From Perth to Melbourne, there's a lot of cunts who need to learn to stop spitting fantasy tales like Jules Verne. Whatever respect I get, I earn. And when it comes to talking bullshit, I skip my turn. Not like some others here in WA that don't do much but got lots to say. Names are on the flyer and they don't even show up. So-called old school that need to fucking grow up. Treat me like I wanna be, I am. You owe us hit money and you're far from being the man. Understand, you're in a position of trust, but some betrayed us when you never let us bust. Suspect, I surpass despite your opposition. I'm not letting you cunt get in the way of my mission.
Never try to be original, just told them my way. Present thoughts spray my opinions on yesterday. It's been a long road like paving the Nullarbor. Always trying new things like bored porno whores. I remember the days of me regretting this. Now I believe we'll blow up like suicide terrorists. Dangerous destruction motivates more to believe. That's why there's Matty B, Layla, Hunter and Bias B. Turning your pussies into lions. Fear not, expose what you got for first timers. I break your hymen. Battling is hip hop and hip hop is my life. Life is that battle and we complain in our rhymes like butterflies. We're fat and on top of shit. Do we catch up with trends or this trench catch up with this? Even if tomorrow is Earth's death, this sound will orbit and its echoes through the galaxy's mess.
conquest. We weed through dazzers, beaters are trailers. Me and a few of the fellas prepare this feast. Chaotic cuts is a relish and appetizing dishes. Who's can see we ain't stuck up on US issues, cause we're fucking Aussies. It's too bad we gotta suck on Howard's dirty tissues. So to all those cowards, we're to piss you off. Talking hard behind thin masks, you're fucking soft and very vague. And I caught you praying for elitism to be a contagious plague, and for us to take our stalls to Jenny Craig. Sorry mate, this ain't your day, and don't bother appealing cause you've already lost the case.
I'm exposing them.
Who you exposing?
All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken. I'm exposing them.
Who you exposing?
All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken. I'm exposing them.
Who you exposing?
All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken. I'm exposing them.
Who you exposing?
All these blokes boasting. Time to open up the closet, leave them broken.
What do you want? You sell beer here? Yeah. Well, I'd like to buy some. How much do you want? Glass will do for a start.
Yeah, give me a coldie, full meaty or pint. Maybe we're swilling schooners in the city tonight. I wipe the froth, now collecting on my dirty booze. Maggot, yours truly, yeah, the one and only.
When I'm on the lager, I go harder. 6 shots of tequila for a starter. When I die, they'll call me a martyr. Of Alcoholics Anonymous with Optimus.
We'll out-drink the whole
We rock
populace.
to this pub for one thing, to get pissed.
Let me get this round.
Nah, mate, I insist.
20-something in an apprentice bar, fly heavy hangovers. No matter how hard I try, liver damage ravaged. Too many a night out, hit the spliffs later on, game over, lights out.
No doubt I'll spew, drinking Carl Sarni's own brew. You better move, cause it might end up on you. I knew it, I should never have smoked that cone. And now I'm talking to Ralph on the big white telephone.
Have a drink without, till the dark. Hey, yeah, have a drink without, till the sun comes up. Hey, yeah, have a drink without, from evening till the dark. Hey, yeah, have a drink without, till the sun comes up.
Shivers right down my spine, I scull another wine. Don't take my time, coins in effect, and now it's mine. It's on the line, past that 10-cent piece. To say I'm blind is to say the least.
Well, I'll tell you the least. In the belly of the beast, screen at the gills. In the middle of the week, paint the town red, or soak it in a vomit. Early morning revelation to the gotta stop it, but we're on it. I can't the blocks on call. See, after our show, we have to rock some more for sure. Eskies are plenties, where's a lady doing what gentries? Are you going to the fridge? Cause mine is empty.
It's a feast of crashing, stashing, simply smashing. This hot girl that I'm lashing says her boyfriend here sees me, he'll be bashing. Damn, my mates ain't here. Drunk so much beer, now I'm pissed and have no fear. So I steer my way to the Esky, got myself to a brew. Whose booze they lose, I now choose an emu bitter and a holder. I love West Australian beer, especially when it's colder.
Goggles off, have a good look. Is it a hot chick you see or a rough old chook? Is she good from afar or far from good?
Well, I'm gonna take her home.
Yeah, I know you would.
I slept with her, despite my mate's warning. I'll deal with the situation first thing in the morning.
My calling's getting so bloated that I'm legless. Headaches seem harder, enter complaints, I'm defenseless. These sore guts need some dripping grease. Is it a Big Mac, Hungry Jacks, or some chicken treats?
Oi, 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 drink with us. Oi, 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 drink with us.
Yeah, have a drink with us. From evening till the dark. Hey, yeah, have a drink with us. Till the sun comes up. Hey, yeah, have a drink with us. From evening till the dark. Hey, yeah, have a drink with us. Till the sun comes up.
My struggle in this jungle is just standing on my own toe.
Right now I gotta think about me. Fuck the industry, you get no love except those who support me.
The glamour of a rock star doesn't shine bright. Big debts for deals that leaves you without a life. Lights, cameras and action take place. If dirt is real or fake, the meat is still in your face. What's attracting? Is it the control? Is it the fame? Groupies, money? money, anything but the soul. And the passion for this is what I notice when people mention their reasons or focus. I see on TV live show these acts like plastic fruit, a cheap imitation of the real thing for you. A shonky parade of charades, it's got you played, but they still gotta pay rent and stay bent on the power they've attained. Through a rock star's life, money stains the eyes of the same. But for some, ignorance is bliss. But for me, that type of shit just gets me real pissed. Cause you can't ignore the fact like scientific cloning. To copy is unhuman, not right. Disowning the industry is full of schemers and stunts, all trying to get a break, even if it means stepping on cunts.
My struggle in this jungle is just standing on my own. I'm trying to live my life, so what the fuck? Right now I gotta think about me. Fuck the industry, it gets no love except those who support me.
Trust who deserves it. If money and business was a go, everyone is perverted. I'm a hypocrite, I know I am. I'm one if I don't admit it, so it doesn't matter where I stand. As I drool for this ship that pays our ways, I wanna live comfortably for the rest of my days. Honestly, I think my head is too strong to later prostitute myself for reasons that are wrong. If I'm successful and my tracks bring the income, respect turns to envy and real heads will sing another song. It's such a bitch that we're all bitches. I listen to them well from their own deep ditches. Even though things change, things still stay the same. And even though you get played, you still play the game. Cats are raping the culture, but dogs are fucking with it constantly. Snake scheme, more milk the cow, so what are we, or what are you? As I perch like an eagle, ready to swoop on opportunities like sleazes at the leaderboard. My eyes brighten as I see a situation. Money is a bonus, not a motivation. So as I inspire myself with this verse, I know you dig, so should you, cause it doesn't hurt.
I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to live my life, so what the fuck? Right now I gotta think about me. Fuck the industry, it gets no love except those who support me.
A big corporation or an independent artist is the difference, catch, cause both have that in their eyes. So pardon me if I want big things to cost. Since money is the king of earth, I guess he's the boss for now. Shit's hard and I got nothing to my name except this, the core of my life, it's my window frame. Stoked at what I have, all I really got are lady, music, family, friends. All I really want from the industry is respect.
It's lucky someone is, eh? Since name my eyes. Think I got odd flow. Seen stains on my eyes within the plainest of skies. I transform and disguise my exoskeleton. My surroundings melt and what within implode as I search my soul with the probe orbiting the globe. Seen through satellites, transmitting my image, donned with the robe into the eyes of those who see through the nose, passing judgment as if they were God, deciding who's cool, who's stupid, who's a fool, and all of this with a nod. I wanna take place, smash heads with a rod, hold it up in stormy weather as I accept the thunderous lighting of the Almighty's alpha numeric letter. So that's twice why it's equal for me to be an evolving MC squared with the forces of 20 horses, tearing the stronger to thread as each line bossing weaves their tangled web.
A diabolical, syllabolic plan that just might work. Dawn through the eons of extensive research. Perched up on the pinnacle, looking out at the cynical. Casting no shadow, cause the sundial's digital. The solar powered, cool, like a refrigerator. Spend all my cash now, so there's nothing to pay later. Yeah, we're getting rates of high interest. Circumnavigate the planet to come back to the best. Like David Dix does, an adventurer for a quick buzz. And what he said which was, hey, that's sick, cuz, enough. I don't claim to be tough, I come raw and rough, and I just don't give a stuff.
My lips crack from the hard truth that I flip. My sharp wits will make you wish I threw my fist. Some crews are weak, acting like Ethiopian junkies, so I toss twisted lyrics over cliffs for the hungry. My world turns, cause I'm spitting out too much dust to tornadoes spawn and tear up the earth's crust. I ventured underground and peered up above. Figured that I'll learn from the great immortals that live untouched. Satan says my flow's hot, God reckons I rule. Maybe cause I lost my cool, slaying so many fools. I ambush silly suckers in a provoking valley of cheeky lions that play beats and crumble the mountains to bury cunts alive.
Shit, people, what the fuck's is in front of me? Oh shit, it's the mic, we got the verbal insight. Spectrums and beams and lights, setting trends like flocks about to take flight. Mnemonic gravity sight, holding windy flows like kites. But there's no strings attached. I was rapping while you were thinking if your shoes and your pants matched. I was just 14 years old when I stepped to the plates and scratch. Now the frequency in my cuts, but here's they can't be cashed.
I measure the elements to maintain my equilibrium and cleverly elevate, keep the mistakes to the minimum. My swelling tumour of aptitude can't be removed, it grows. The only cuts made are the ones on the decks enhance my show. And you know that the sun rises and falls, and that when someone dies, another young one is born. I explore the world, another psyche's in my sleep, gaining the tax to survival, sprouting the seeds I reap. I sew together patterns till I get the final piece. I keep appearing like the phantom without using a stay sheet. You dig deep and you'll find tunnels of a habitat. Beware cause I hit where excel through the fucking thermostat.
Fanatic. No one can do it better.
Yeah, everybody's got this little girl that they grew up with. Let me tell you a story about a nymph. She's probably on the net now, toss pics for the kids. She teased cocks, the meanest bully. Have your willy in a nervous breakdown fully. Started at a young age of devious tricks, wrestling with midgets by the time she was 6. She got the boys in the class and a jig. Behind the big gum tree there's a line to get your dick licked. All the girls hated her, but she'd rather make friends with those that could play with her. A mouth with serious vacuum, she suck your nuts empty till they look like dried prunes. Flexible, she could bend back over her ass while swinging through boys, treating cocks like a monkey bar. The doodle pump master, she the fella who the girl we named the Woody Woodpecker.
Yo, she's kinda sneaky when I sleep, she'll probably stick me. Yo, she's kinda sneaky when I sleep, she'll probably stick me. Yo, she's kinda sneaky when I sleep, she'll probably stick me. Yo, she's kinda sneaky when I sleep, she'll probably stick me.
Fucking in high school, cunts hit puberty and Woody Woodpecker finds herself in drool. First 2 weeks, all the boys sprayed her face. In the first term, she had to get a neck brace. Clean her more pipes than a plumber. Polish her most crocker dips, molded into a plunger. Everybody fucking knows it. Treated a gap like a dead animal. Grabbed a stick and poked it. In sex ed, show and tell. Her demonstrations nearly got her expelled. Excursions, she'd always get busted, playing with more snakes than Malcolm Douglas. Porn stars are good clean whores compared to Pecker who had semen sweating out her pores. Science experiments, she had no fear, making beakers and test tubes and Bunsen's disappear. In mathematics, she'd always love a square root, fucking the brains out of all the nerdy dudes. Sport cunts dribble and bouncing her tits away, had more balls dunked in a basket than the NBA. Swimming in constant spot flow, like dudes were elephants trying to come to a window. Of course though, it wasn't all good now, cause if STDs were people, she came with a big crowd. Woody Woodpecker, gnawing at trunks, didn't even know she spreading bad luck. Burning up, her forest is in flames, now Woody Woodpecker has too many kids to name.
Act your age and spread your legs. If I want to, I put it in your asshole. Act your age and spread your legs. If I want to, I put it in your asshole.
Swiftly I saw the pterodactyls on mad flight. My claws glide like words when I rhyme. Primitive instinct, my embryo contaminate from thousands of years ago. Secret science names to the alliance. I'm a subject that was tested on myself, just trying to fight it. Yeah, but I can smell your blood like rehabilitated pothead sniffing WA bud. Uncontrollable, born hunter, sight like a raptor, edgy like a pregnant mother. T-Rex jaws crush you like lawyers in court. A set of 50 teeth that slice like samurai swords. Seek and destroy like a party with no ciphers. I'm hungry for my givers who think they can hide from this sniper. High animal, they may be cannibal, so evidence is unquestionable. Government assassin, a mutant on command, but the human in me turned against their hand. On a rampage, outrage, they did this to me. Hunting them, they experiment backfired viciously. Deprived from humanity, I constantly see death fire into the woods. The bestiality is in my chest. Tinkering with sexuality, bears rape to death. Cause evil men created a monster from human flesh.
They made the wrong guess, a misrisk and the hypothesis skip long-term effects. And now nothing's stopping us, self-content round the operations. Tampering with dangerous DNA, I was an unborn patient. Just waiting to explode, fed on bone and napalm agents. I'm still increasing my dose. Decay to me, my thirst to reproduce. To spread far like my words, like my verses, you're seduced. The smell of a beagle sniff you out from kilometers. Spot you easy like an eagle with the sleep speed of a cheetah. But a corrupt scientist got a hold of the beaker, molding my fetus and succeeded in cranking the heat up. Intensifying my evil senses and serum. Leave my blood to evolve into pure tarantula venom. Ejected from my saber-tooth canines. Impossible to miss like when the royal family dies. With 5-digit claws on each side like raptors. I drop lines faster than medieval trapdoors. I facts pour through like I shouldn't have done it. But it's too late, we've escaped and we're heading for the summer.
Now first things first, I burst words and poison scorpions with an awesome ink endorphin. Hawk thinks and force for certain. I spit mind tricks. Why you think Perth burns like ice picks? Earthworm sense of being. Underground sentences segmented like centipede on the third turn. Don't ask Hawk to rap raw. Oh anyway, spilled venom sprays from a trapdoor. And claw similar. Work my weight in platinum, advance straight while carrying the plans to finish up. This land's got temperature. Oasis hurts your eyes. Remember to fend, cuz. Remember no one survives. I try travelling, unravelling the scroll to live by. You full attacks of acid stings. Hold your head high. I'll be fine, cuz. Represent the true shit. A brood of inhumans. And with our pens we're mutants.
Rockin' Australia.
All systems go. Tapping in your mind like a computer.
Not quite. I'm a pretty compressor, even though it might complicate things.
Clone from a 6C. Zone with damaged body parts, growth blown off the chart. Start from a 6-chambered heart. Bionic implants, razor sharp claws. Bleed through my pores, 1,000 pounds of pressure in my jaw. Cling to walls with a grip like that of a gecko. Smooth the mic cords, phone slip, but I never let go. Rip through steel mesh like flesh, adorned with gills, so I don't need breath. Seek death with a stench and kill with heightened senses. Morph into camouflage, stalking detective. My skin's like glass, pass within the shadows. My talons be the sharpest. Hunt for the cards of those who died from disasters. Prove the fastest, swift with red feet. Move in darkness, 30 meters beneath the city streets. Communicate without speech, mind over matter. Sign won't shatter your brain patterns, cause them blood to splatter. Teeth like daggers, serrated jagged edge. Poisonous blood like adders manifest within the flesh. The consequence of science test formed an evil spawn. Don't mourn my death, I'm yet to be born.
Raise the test tubes from stem cells affected by chemicals. A hunter with bright eyes, long ears and tentacles. Marine biologist affecting my genes. And when I swim, my skin is yellow, blue, black and green. Like a porpoise, but with a different purpose. I surface, survey the sky nervously. They're trying to fucking murder me, for what reason? I wouldn't follow their instruction. I went against my function, selfless destruction. It's torn between the ocean and land. I'm torn between the animal within me and man. That's me, torn with no instinct to spawn or create. So now I hate and seek to disintegrate.
Driven by adrenaline, acts of violence, we are the results. When science backfires, escape from labs, now loose and at large. Move through streets, we eat or we starve. We're feeding on this frenzy, controlled in a test. They rip souls from our chests, our empty heads are now filled with chips. Programmed to roam lands, fields and pits, strictly shunned from the normal people. Live at night, we're evicted from the sun. Come unclean and tell them what occurred would only cause the future's visions to be blurred. The mission's first, explanation is second. To cleanse the earth and then forced to accept it. See, we were all once human. This government guinea pig now hunts as a mutant. Mutant, mutant.
always running amok and getting drunk, that's one of my joys. But with a girlfriend, don't get to do it too often. And all my crew is accusing me of being soft. It's about time I showed them exactly how it's done. I rung up my mate and said, let's go have some fun. Boys only, we'll leave the girls at home. He said yeah, and I hung up the telephone. For the next stage of this delicate operation, I rung up my bird and gave her this explanation. I wanna get pissed with the fellas, is that cool? She said cool, and I said cool. I'm pissed as a cricket, hanging out with my mates. I haven't seen it for ages, catching up with them, it's great, it's getting late. And I start to debate, should I call her up? Nah, I'll just wait. About 2 o'clock, everybody's going home and I'm horny. I find myself alone, would she still be awake? I'm not sure, I'll surprise her, I'll go knocking at her door.
Piss off away from your car, you arsehole.
I jump into a taxi and catch it to a house. I sneak around the back, I'm as quiet as a mouse. I don't wanna have to wake a housemaid up, and I'm really looking forward to a late night fuck. I knocked quietly at first, it didn't arouse her, so I started knocking louder. Then at last, through the window I see her, and she says,
Hunter, what the hell are you doing here?
I go, hey baby, yeah, I really missed ya. Open the door because I wanna kiss ya. She says,
Rob, come on, it's really late. I have to work, I have to get up at 8.
She was making excuses, I could see it in her eye. I started getting aggro, said what she got to hide. And then all of a sudden came a deep voice from her room. Hey babe, you coming back to bed soon? The worst thing it was one of my friends, and I couldn't believe that I couldn't depend. I said, you better shift because I know where you live. You can have the whore and I'll be knocking at your door. I got over it, alright. She's plenty more fish in the sea. A couple of days later, I was feeling better. I thought throwing a party now, that would be a clever way to meet girls. So I spread the word, and everybody heard was gonna be superb. I had 2 fridges packed to the max with piss, a bottle stash for later, and a little bit of whiz. Invited every chick from here to Kirraween, and all the Perth heads from the hip-hop scene. I was keen, and I was dressed to impress. There were heaps of people, and the chicks were fresh. I'm fucking blessed by the company of this chick. She started getting drunk, so I had to get it quick. I moved her away into a quiet spot. The next thing I know, at the door there is a knock. Damn, and I don't know who they are, but my mate comes to tell me there are more in the cars out the front. And next thing you know, there are more cunts here than at a Hilltop Hood show. And in the confusion, I lost that chick, and every time the fucking door knocked, I would cut sick. Fuck! Oh, fuck! Test me to the maximum. Shimmies can be her wankers, that's why I'm bashing them. My fishy facts are hard to catch tightly like cobras. I spit aggressively and rise with the melody, poetic wizard in the pot of my victims' gizzards. I see prophecies and chant these future visions like skateboarders flipping the impossible. I see the truth early. Yeah, I'm the oracle. Sharp wits, my jaws give you Chinese incisions, but you never catch me biting like a lucky fisherman. Clumsy with words, I'm always dropping a verse. Content like no sleep, paragraphs twist and turn. A subconscious cyclone, I'm a nightmare to all my foes. You're dreaming to even come close. The radar of the lost treasures. You're making up rules while I destroy measures. Challenges leave this earth like autumn, and I'm changing the season without warning. I had it with these cunts like peak hour traffic, but they inspire my gift, so I rap it.
I used to lay low, but now the risen with the intuition to sustain this empress position. A temptress who draws you into verbal friction, relaying like Kathy Herding our speed addiction, unleashed freedoms released on tracks, hurdling missions as if they were kindergarten maths. My disses come faster than teenage erections, so you choose to retract from grasping my attention. Stressing you've had a dose of the imperial. My voice alarms you awake and tastes better than your cereal. Your confidence feels terrible like Muriel. You should be sold at Spotlight cause it's cheap material. I'm hearing all yous boast about the art, how you love underground, hate commercial, but you can't even tell them apart. When it comes to the crunch, it's getting hectic and you ask, is this that Nelly cunt? I'm blunt, but still the points I cut to. I'm like the light at the end of the tunnel that you run to the ones who try and undo the work of this sensei. Let's just say then Leo with Sir Revenge Day.
Visible views, flash, we flatline your thoughts. High voltage through the main, taking out your power source. Enter the land of lords, we battle in the mind. Paralyze the frail with a twitch of an eye. Shivers down spines, got a message for you kids. Don't test the power in the face that reaps the grim. Watch the lights dim, it sparks from day to night. I snap off the full moon like a werewolf's cry. Target locked tight, puppeteer your strings. Control motion through earth, water, fire and wind. The cyclone spins, my tongue twists the harms. Drop out the skies by Dorothy, crushing the charm. From arms to palms, the pins and needles wreak havoc. Verbal voodoo draft, master of the black magic. Impossible to catch it, my thoughts uncontagious. Tempers flare, switching to the syllabolic satyrs.
Hocus pocus, we're chosen for dopeness. I spit with charms, my voice as an omen. In layman's terms, you're facing bad luck. Graphic, a mad cunt, practicing an ancient curse. Taken in turns, we cast spells as skills. Through your heads it's drilled, till the sounds are felt. The grounds break, which cause the earth to tilt. Brace yourself for the next shit, words that kill. Never revealed the secrets, methods are confusing. When styles are mirrored, you're reflecting an illusion. Some say that the hand is quicker than the eye. I'll strip you off the mic while your mouth is still moving. A real MC with a dash of fat beat is all that is needed to make a concoction complete. Listen close, don't miss what you hear. The best magician can't make whack rappers disappear.
Specimen wearing cloaks and robes, walking the path of a stone road, traveling the globe looking for witch doctors, spell weavers, shaman and voodoo healers. I'ma steal your dreams, break the seams, making a cut this clean. If you picture this, you know what I mean. Channel sci-fi around campfires, we summon thunderbolts to electrify the sky. I'm shooting bullets at the sun to kill the light. I harness the darkness, starting a mental furnace. Why defeat the purpose in the vortex? The energy is where our birth is. I took a piss in the pentagram to put out hell's fire with the forces combined of the syllabolics Esquire.
Syllabolics on the western front, it's all quiet until some cunt wants to step up. Then out of the shadows appears the horde with axes and swords attached to mic cords. With words like stones, I guarantee they'll hurt. We'll leave you with a swollen face like that cunt dirt. Drag you through the dirt, hang you upside down, and scare you till the back of your shorts turn brown. So run home to mummy, tell her what I did. But there's a good chance your younger brother's probably my kid. Doing our bit, running errands to enable us to focus on the wizardry of three turntablists: Army, Charisma, and Select. They'll attack with cuts like ice to protect the secret circle, the sacred flame that burns MCs in the syllabolic name. walking streets as prostitutes, fucking their life over. Before they turn 20, if I ain't seen 100, but yo, I've still seen plenty. They walk the same streets that you walk every day. You got nothing to say, so you look the other way. You can tell though something there is seriously wrong, cause innocence on these streets ain't gonna last long. Sniffing glue out of plastic bags and rags are used for fly spray. Sleeping under bridges on the highway. If I had my way, they would all be at home with a family and not out on their own.
It's still sad when you look around at WA. It's still sad. It's still sad when you look around at WA and all of its youth in a drug decay. It's still sad when you look around at WA. It's still sad. It's still sad when you look around at WA and all of its youth in a drug decay.
One of my mates has a real good heart. Unfortunately, just didn't get a good start. The part of a father was played by a guest, and he looked at his stepkids as just a bunch of pests, dealing out beatings for any misdemeanor, just like a cut snake, mad but only meaner. He was keen to get away, so that's what he did. Ran away from home, started hanging with street kids. A bit to escape, yo, but not to a better life, cause strife was rife, and it's hard to survive when stealing cars and doing drugs is part of the norm. Squatting in abandoned houses just to keep warm. Reality is kept away by drugs and alcohol. Digging a deep hole to bury your own soul. Way out of control and you've got no goals, when the best that you can hope for is to wake up tomorrow.
You need to elevate positively. You need to elevate positively. You need to elevate positively. If we're gonna last. 10-year-old kid sniffing paint stripping from a can. That's constant brain damage inhaled, man. I can understand, I've been there and done that. As a youngster, did heaps of dumb crap. Broke the law, got caught and fought, left my mother distraught, and I ran. I didn't walk, didn't listen or look. Advice I never took. They came back and got me, and they wanted to throw the book. I looked at the judge, yo, and pleaded my case. I guess he must have seen the fear in my face. I spent a night in jail, didn't want to go back. I promised the magistrate I'd go on the right track. He set my bail, and he said I could go. I walked out the door, and I could taste the freedom, bro. So, I'm saying that we all make mistakes, but life's what we make. The righteous road you gotta take. Yeah, that's right, there's a lot of stupid things you can get up to out there. A lot of mistakes people can make. But I'll tell ya, one thing, man, there's no turning back. Once you fuck up, you can fuck up real bad and you can fuck everything up for the rest of your life. You know, end up in jail, man, no one's gonna, you know, employ you after that. Can't get a good job, you fuck up your school, you can fuck up your brains on some real hardcore drugs. Look, I still run a market, I'm still a drug user and that. But I mean, I'm not pumping shit into my veins, I'm not addicted to anything, you know? Your brain's your most important commodity, so fucking use it. Look after yourself.
Scenarios gone rotten. Soften the blow as the KMs are clocking and deal with the problem, then look for the next option. And then we're rocking and looking for what inspires me in this syllabolic society. There's no hierarchy, are you against me or do you side with me? Fuck it, tell me the truth, don't lie to me. Try to hide true feelings, I'm hearing the searing of sizzling sentences. In this momentous occasion, many with defenses, tempers try to prevent this. I sense this room of emptiness, sparked with a flying flames, he makes his entrance.
Straight out of hell, rocking the mic, I'm hotter than tempest embers. My style of rapping's marred with fatter bars. I treat rappers art, fads fast, becoming the avant-garde. It's happened faster than the massive fatty lard put on by Susanna Carter. cars ass doing Hungry Jacks and Macca's blast.
Everyday events, suburban common sense, crash to tents and then commence, hold the public in suspense. My journey style will end with the syllabolic mix. We get the crowd ecstatic like in pornographic clips. We jump at you with sneak attacks, what are you complaining at? You never heard a rhyme so fat, confirm a maniac, I'm doubting that, cause I hear it every fucking day. I live this syllabolic way, blue skies turn to grey, drunken and suppressed with my speech impediments. Memories regress like wounded war veterans. Better in my other half like drunk farts to DAZASTAH.
I'm eating fucking tracks like fucking ants to aardvarks. Perpetual perception, the need of vision correction. Take heed or bleed from monosyllabic misconceptions and intersections. Walk in the road, which path is chose? Try to rise above, I already rose. Rising visions of rhythm, sharp word incisions, manifestations of intuition. My mission's precision, timing and rhyming. Listen, the vortex spinning, make a decision. Swerve from my words, or it's a head-on collision. I purge thoughts like virginal dorks, purge jism. Emerge mics like matches to method of form and ignition. I'm rocking doctrine, whether you're Catholic or Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, dropping freestyles are written.
What's this? Yeah, I'm attacking the defenseless, faggot coke addicts. I'm guessing that's you, Basil Zemplis. It must have been my senses kicking in like Mr. Wayne's. I'll diss every Australian who's made it and blame it on Satan. Yeah, I said it, I worship because of the fear he entered into my thoughts, making me see various bleeding heads he severed. Do I need to mention the seething venom into my nightmares where I'm feeding on Kira Glennon?
I rip shit like a psycho shark scatting. Can't swim through muddy water, they drown out bloody splashing. But you never find me in shallow depths. I crawl the ocean floor, waiting and all the treasure chest patiently for the next crew to jump overboard. They'll never live to tell the tale of the syllabolic shark swarm, or those who blindly walk the platform. When you try and step over me, my jaw is waiting for you to fall. One attack can slash 4,000 punches in your flesh. It'd be safer to walk the nullarbor lane with broken long necks. The stand of MCs can be miles away. Dorsal fins circle in seconds of stinking shit that plays. The most feared creature features disaster, stealth, cold blue, camouflage attacks with invincible health. No one dares to defy me. See the darkness in my eyes, I'm swift when I kill. Who am I?
Syllabolic MCs ignite mics like gunpowder with more degrees than the heat that burn Nicky louder. I crush crab heads, turn them to chowder. Turn up the beat louder to drown out the screams as they get devoured.
Why my soul survives, the alcohol's inside. My liver's old and fried, my skin on the outer shines. Those who doubted my insanity live happily. Judging me on face value just leads to inaccuracies. The truth is it's useless to read my body language. Psychiatrists tried but the problems never vanished. Instead it happened that when she tested me, the therapy backfired and she bashed and had sex with me.
My thoughts come across loud and clear just like the media. I've locked it up forever like a crazed pedophilia. The front page appeals to you because of animosity. You're really just a twisted freak supporting war atrocities. My rap style velocity exposes like a gallery. I'll turn you to a memory like other cunts that battle me. Your salary is useless when you try to cash it in. I freestyle with breaststrokes and win like Michael Klim.
Fuck! Give me high rotation on a nationwide station, and I'll still be the rhymer that I am with all my mates, and I'm not complacent when it comes to self-expression. The lesson, fake MCs will met with aggression. Aussie MCs, Hunter, you know me. I'm the little skinny cunt who ain't got what you need. I feed on the beat, bleed, breathe, believe. The syllabolic has set out the goals to achieve. Enlighten and frighten, despite any titan or despot dictator. I'll never let Australia be the 51st state. So mate, take that Fubo jumper I hate. Sit back, watch it burn and contemplate.
I tear into the deep auditorium to your skull, soaring through the loops of your mind like albatross skulls. Gloss our thoughts, making a walk from the hull to the plank of the vessel. Introduce a new waters anchored with a syllabolic council like a pretzel. We'll leave you craving more, thirsty to feel the raw beats and vocals generating through your core and through your integral system. This central heating makes every cell of your anatomy wanna keep listening. They insist on request 100%. We all ace the test, cause the products of our schools are sicker than incest. This shit's so ill it should be on its deathbed, but instead of dying out we out way ahead, alive and prospering, cause we lay this shit down like the fighter's crockery, and we're ready for combat.